Movie buns, movie buns, move your buns with the movie buns. Movie buns, movie buns, let's talk movies with the movie buns. Movie buns, yeah. Before we get into our top 10, let's set the stage. Yeah, it was 1980. The number one show was Dallas, where millions of viewers tuned in to see who shot JR. Meanwhile, the Rubik's Cube debuted, and U.S. defeated the Soviet Union in hockey. And also John Lennon was shot. Wow, gee, what else was in pop culture? Pac-Man was gobbling up quarters at the arcade. And in music, we were all listening to Michael Jackson singing Beat It and Billie Jean. Or Queen sing Another One Bites the Dust. And let's not forget Diana Ross with Upside Down. Meanwhile, at the movie theater, Cinna was happy because the blockbuster was just starting to get into full swing. And I can't wait to see what's on your top 10. I'm pretty sure at least one or two blockbusters made it on there. Hey, buddy? Well, while I may dig more on cinema, it's not like I don't like to munch on popcorn. Alright, Cinna, let's dive into our top 10.
Oh, Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa. What's the best way to start your day?
Give a little yodel.
We got commercials now. Just help us, transition between topics and stuff. And bring back some memories. Yeah. Alright, well, let me go first with our top 10 movies of the year. I bet you would go first. I knew it. What, would you like to go first, Cinna? No, buddy. I know how much you love this stuff. It's all about you, isn't it? Yes, and that's why I'm going to ignore that. So number 10 for me, The Blue Lagoon. Because why? Because boobs? Okay. Brooke Shields has nothing to do with this, I assure you. I was just a kid in the 80s. You're a kid in the 80s? You must be the steelest bun in the grocery store. Yeah, and you're the sweetest. And I'm used to being made fun of for liking The Blue Lagoon, okay? Let's not forget, it was number 9 at the box office for 1980. Yeah, number 10 on the list of the art critic. Buddy, and how he loves cinema. Can I just, if I can, I place this number 10, well, one, because I haven't seen a lot of movies from 1980, but another is I just always love the survivor element, the what-if scenario, the conflict of having to survive Mother Nature all on your own. Yeah, except the guy wasn't alone. He had boobs. This was an innocent take. It was supposed to be innocent, unless you're looking at it through perverted, googly eyes like you. Yeah, I can't help my googly eyes. Alright, you explain yourself. Now, is it my turn? Yes, Cinna, if you will. Please, enlighten us.
Chef Boyardee, complete spaghetti dinner with meat sauce. I have spaghetti and a rich sauce with meat.
Okay, my number 10 is a little known ass kicker called Alligator. And sure it has teeth, but it really has nothing to do with Jaws. Except for being a ripoff. Hey, come on, this is better than you think. This is a cult classic that delivers. If you're a B-movie fan that likes those midnight classics, where a monster movie, where the hero just kind of has to, survive the night, I think you should sink your teeth into Alligator. I see what you did there. It could have been a worse movie on the top 10, like Humanoid Cannibals from the Deep, or Cannibal Holocaust. Yes, like those two. Well, don't act like you didn't see them. Well, I'm a fan of 80s slashers, if it's a good one. Yeah, that's why I put Alligator number 10.
9 lives. I can hardly wait. Oh, that scrumptious recipe. Simply irresistible. 9 lives. You're the love of my life.
Okay, well, my number 9 is... Oh, what's that? I hear it by ear from our producer that we have some doubles on our lists. We do? That doesn't make any sense. Your art, I'm popcorn. Okay, clearly we know sometimes the two sides mingle. Right, so what's that mean? We were going to show clips at the top 5, weren't we? Yeah, so we'll just show a clip here now for my number 9 pick.
As As we all know, when something falls from the sky, it can only have come from the gods. Of course, the gods only send good and useful things. However, this time they made a mistake. The gods must be crazy.
The gods must be crazy. I put this on here because of, it was an unexpected delight, really. Yeah, real delight, getting hit on the head by a Coke bottle. No, you're missing the point. It's about culture and how we go about our daily lives and what we deem important. And, yeah, so it was kind of artsy, even though it was funny. Let's just say it was enjoyable, enough to make my top 10 and make $200 million worldwide. Whoa, yeah, and that's unadjusted for inflation. Okay.
On the CBS Late Movie.
B is for booze and frauds, baby. Good-looking guy like you'll make out like a champ.
My number 9 movie is The Fog, directed by John Carpenter, the master of horror. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Hey, in 1980, he was coming right off of Halloween, and he was delivering something spooky and supernatural. The Fog. Yeah, well, I remember that. You know, it's been a long time, but it was pretty atmospheric, eh? Yeah, it was spooky. You know, like I said, it was like a tale on a spooky coastal town in a lighthouse. You know, and I think it was a radio host. And well, she got in trouble when the fog hit the fan. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was paranormal or something, like some ghosts coming in, and yeah, it's another survive the night B movie that works. It delivers on its promises. That's all I want. If a movie looks good, I want it to be good. Call me simple. Cinna, you're simple.
Like these, Mama.
Sí.
They're not from Mexico.
No.
But they have an authentic tortilla taste.
Sí.
Tostitos brand, crispy round tortilla chips.
No.
Yes.
Well, my number 8 is seems to be on your list. That doesn't come as a surprise. Hey, don't spoil it. Oh, no. That's why I'm just gonna skip ahead. My number 7's on your list, too. Alright, does that mean I get to do 2 in a row? If you would be so kind, Cinna.
For my headaches, I need a special pain reliever.
All you need is Bayer aspirin.
Really?
If you need more than Bayer, see your doctor.
Yeah, at number 8, it's Cheech and Chong's next movie. Oh, I knew it. Oh, what, is this the one on your list? No, I had a feeling you'd have something like this on there. Well, so what? It really takes you back to a chilled out time when the grass was greener. Uh-huh. Yeah, and it was a time when Cheech and Chong were the first stoner buddy comedy duo. And they had lots of fun on their misadventures, so it's good enough to make my top 10. Now, does this mean I get to do my next one?
I believe this is your floor.
And the romance continues. The adventure continues in Washington.
Yeah, Superman, Part 2. I bet you poop all over this, don't you? Because it's not directed by the original director, Richard Donner, who left over creative differences. Well, one, I'm surprised you know that much about the Hollywood goings-ons of 1980. And 2, yes, Superman 2 is good enough to rank 8 on my top 10. Yeah, it was still fun, and it had really good action, and it takes you back to the time. Yeah, which is kind of what you have to do to enjoy these movies from decades ago. Yeah, but they still made him look like he could fly. So this one takes me back to a happier time, when the grass was greener. Oh my, you did it again. Don't tell me you didn't like it. Well, I had fun with it too, and as far as the Superman sequels go, this is the best. But this was a risk at the time, but now, with Hollywood getting used to blockbusters in 1980, it was the beginning of sequelitis. Ooh, sounds itchy. Yes, and quite contagious. I fear you suffer from it yourself. Ugh, burn.
Be here when Beatrice Arthur Television's Maude hosts her first special with guests Rock Hudson, Melba Moore, Waylon Flowers, and Madam. The Beatrice Arthur Special, Saturday.
Coming in sixth, I've got a unusual one. Roll the clip.
It's deafening. The noise is deafening.
It's blacked out.
What happens during these blackout periods is you get the feeling of phenomenal acceleration, like you're being shot out over millions, billions of years.
What the mind melt was that? Are you sure this is from 1980 and not 1969? Well, yes, it is quite a head trip, Cinna. But it was a sci-fi horror movie that worked for me. I like the scientific approach and the what-if scenario. Yeah, but what is it about? Did he just trip balls? Well, he puts himself in a sensory deprivation tank so he can basically tune into his mind. Trippy. Wait till you see it. Well, from that little clip, I gotta say, I'm a little more curious about this one. I thought you might. It's because, yeah, blends art and popcorn. I get it. It's like I hear it every day. It's my turn, right, Bunny? Oh, what the? Our producer is talking in my ear, and he's saying that this is another one. You know what? I roll the clip.
Friday, the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough.
And nothing hits it home like a vintage trailer from the 1980s. They had a certain charm, didn't they? Yeah, this whole movie has a charm. It's a nice, greasy, schlocky charm that's it's hard to wipe off. It's the beginning of the slasher flick. Well, didn't Halloween just do that? You said you knew about John Carpenter. You picked The Fog. Well, yeah, but you know, this is the next one after Halloween. You know, this is spoiler alert, but there's no Jason here either. Well, you just didn't you just go and ruin everything? That's part why I like this, actually. You know, you still get the dead teenagers dropping out like flies, but you also get a murder mystery, like who done it? Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, I know some people out there will be expecting the hockey mask in Jason. Well, they're gonna have to wait for a couple sequels. But really, I like the way this franchise kicked it off here. A lot of the fun had to do with the awesome practical effects by special effects legend Tom Savini. You know, from Romero's Dawn of the Dead. I can see how you could pick this. It is definitely one of the best cult classics of all time. I agree, those practical effects still work, and the cheesiness still holds up. Yeah, it's on purpose, you know, they know what type of movie they're making, and they're just having fun with it. The main thing they want is for you to have fun, and that's why Friday the 13th cracked my top 10 and barely missed the top 5. I'm curious to see who you got in your top 5, Bunny. Well, you may be surprised. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait as it's also on yours. Well, you have way more popcorn than I thought you would. Or do you have more art? No way. You definitely have more popcorn. Just hit me with your next pick, will ya? Alright, we're both tied with number 4 pick. We are. Whoa, I know what this is then. That's right, you would then. Way to use your Sherlock Holmesian skills of deduction.
But at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not gonna happen with me.
Oh, let me count the ways that I love The Shining. Do we have time for that? Let's just say I was creeped out the whole way through. It's like Stanley Kubrick was at the vice and he was just slowly ratcheting that thing tighter. Yeah, it was scary too, right? You admit it. I do. I got no problem saying I like a horror movie or that I get scared. Yeah, me neither. That's why it's number 4. It's a little boring and a little cinematic. I don't care about how they shot it, I just care about how I feel. And I was friggin' spooked. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and sometimes when it was happening, I didn't know what was happening. I'm still trying to figure out the end. You mean you didn't decipher the ending? Oh, great cinephilian master? No, I think everybody gets to make up their own mind about what The Shining is. This is a haunted house movie done right, where the ghosts aren't way over the top and silly. Yeah, it's like, this is what would really happen if this, happened. Very astute. Oh, ye who mocketh me.
It's the first Animal Winter Games, the Animal Olympics, with the voice of Gilda Radner. Next, Michael Landon hosts the greatest show on Earth on the all-new Highlights of the Circus.
So is it my turn now? Yes, yeah, it is. It is your turn. I guess since Shotty was number 4 and my number 5 is on your list for once, we're gonna go with number 3. Roll the tape.
Just a harmless squirrel, not a plastic explosive or anything, nothing to be worried about.
He's not crazy about gophers, but he is crazy.
Licensed to kill gophers by the government of the United Nations.
And introducing Mr. Gopher as himself.
So this one was on your list too, huh, buddy? That's right, Cinna. I got Caddyshack ranked at number 7. Still worthy of an inclusion, huh? Something with Chevy Chase? You can never look down your nose at me again. Well, I can't deny it. I laughed a whole bunch during this movie, and it is one of the best comedies of the decade. Who knew a gopher could make a movie? Let's not forget Bill Murray. This was his stepping stone to stardom. Yeah, more than Meatballs. Yes, more than Meatballs. He was a bit away from Ghostbusters, but proved himself as a scene stealer in Caddyshack. Yeah, it was about golf. Like, who knew he could make a movie about golf be good? This much is true.
Tuesday, Damien, Omen 2, a television premiere.
I know who you are. Say it, Mark.
Why don't you hit us with your next pick, Cinna? The top of our top 10 is about to get interesting. But since you've ranked this film higher, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is, that's why we're letting you throw to the clip. Didn't you inadvertently just kind of do that right there?
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
Lloyd Bridges.
Johnny, what can you make out of this? This? Well, I could make a cap, or a brooch, or pterodactyl.
Robert Stack.
All right, Steve, let's face a few facts.
And we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight.
Julie Haggerty.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Yeah, but that isn't one of the funniest movies ever made. Airplane, my number 2 movie of 1980. It just has one of the highest laughs per minute counters in the world, ever. And I've never even seen the airport movies it's making fun of. And it still works. Yeah, and it still works years later, like 40 years later. Airplane is one of the best comedies ever made, and that's why it's ranked number 5 on my top 10 list. Jeez, what's a comedy gotta do to crack your top 3? Well, crack my top 5, is that saying something? Is there much more we can say about this, really? I'm sure this is a popular enough pick that folks know what we're talking about. Well, I'd like to say something. I'm worried. Autopilot.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
It's time for my number 2 pick. Roll it.
I'm the best. And I can take him more than anybody.
You're dead, you're married. Leave the young girls for me.
There's no way I'm going down. I don't go down for nobody.
Raging Bull is on a lot of the best movie lists of all time. A lot of that has to do with Martin Scorsese's directing, and a lot of it has to do with Robert De Niro. Yeah, that's right. That's why Raging Bull is number 5 on my top 10. And you didn't find it boring? Well, I mean, it is black and white, but it is about boxing. Well, you're right about that. It's also about character, isn't it? This is one of those rare pieces of art that crosses over to a lot of the average film-going audience.
You make that sound like a dirty word.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. It's not like it's just for movie nerds only, as you would say. It's a cinematic story that just happens to connect with a large audience.
Buddy, you look wonderful. And I'll bet Mrs. Cooper fed you Cycle 4 dog food, right?
Wrong. There's something Buddy likes better than Cycle 4.
All right, is it time for my number one? Is it?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Well, don't ruin the surprise for me. Coming in at number one on the top 10 movies of 1980 for Cinna, the best movie bun critic alive.
And bring you the next episode in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back. The continuing story of our band of heroes: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo.
Empire Strikes Back gives the audience everything they ever wanted out of a movie. Sure, it's a blockbuster, but it's got character, it's got heart, it's got laughter, it's got mystery, it's got whimsy, it's got scary twists and turns. Oh, there's just so many good parts to this movie. There's just so many good scenes.
You're right, and it all works so well together. That's why Empire Strikes Back is my number 3 movie of the year.
I still don't get how it's not number one. It's one of the best movies ever made. And I could watch it over and over. This is Star Wars, the way it was meant to be.
Okay, we are not going down that road.
Empire Strikes Back, at the very least, is one of the best movies of 1980.
It definitely is. And promise you won't harm me in my sleep.
Nothing is guaranteed. Okay, smart guy. What is the best movie of the year, according to you, Bunny?
Oh, roll the clip.
At first, you will want to turn away from him. Then, you may find him a silent, unresisting target for your ridicule.
Stand up.
Stand up! Turn around! Mister, why is your head so big, mister?
But if you come to know him,
have you always been the way you are now?
You will begin to see beyond the perversion of his form.
Black and white movie? Holy crap, there should be a one limit per top 10.
What are you saying? This is The Elephant Man. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. What do I want to watch The Elephant Man for?
It's a true story.
A biopic. Ooh, I'm sure it was Oscar bait.
No, it didn't win an Oscar, actually. It was snubbed. It did win the British Film Academy Award, though, for Best Picture, and John Hurt, Best Actor, for playing the Elephant Man.
Who's that other guy? He looks like do I know him?
That was Anthony Hopkins.
That was Anthony. Whoa. So he didn't get his film debut playing Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs?
No? Are you serious? This was one of his best performances to this date. Anthony Hopkins is our way into this story, partly because of how much he cares about this forgotten soul that no one seems to care about.
Yeah, this is a cinematic piece of art, isn't it?
You say it like it's a bad word. I'm telling you, it's not boring, and since you're a fan of character, you should like this one. This is David Lynch.
What? Twin Peaks? David Lynch?
Yeah, this is his most restrained, and let's just call it simple. And perhaps that's why it emotionally connected to so much of the audience.
But you picked it over Raging Bull, like every movie nerd loves Raging Bull. It's Scorsese.
What can I say? The movie affects me more on an emotional level, and that's why it stayed with me more. And one could argue it's just as cinematic as Raging Bull was, although it's not. It's lacking the visceral energy of, getting your butt kicked in the ring.
I still can't say I agree. It's Empire Strikes Back.
That's what's so great about having opinions like this. This is what we feel, and I'm not crapping on you for putting Alligator and Cheech and Chong on the list, am I?
I think you kind of just did there. Passive aggressive.
What did you just mumble?
Nothing.
Is a Magnavox high-resolution filter that gives you 25% clearer touchdowns and hold-ups, shootouts, and drop-ins.
All right, before we recap our top 10 list, I think it's important to mention what film was number 1 at the box office.
This should be easy.
That's right. It's Cinna's number 1 film, The Empire Strikes Back, raking in $209 million, beating the number 2 flick at the box office, 9 to 5, starring Dolly Parton, by over $100 million.
Whoa. What was the Oscar for Best Film? It was Raging Bull, right?
Oddly enough, no. It was Ordinary People, starring and directed by Robert Redford.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's funny how Oscars work out, isn't it?
How about that? What was the worst film of the year?
The worst one I've seen, probably the same one you saw.
Yeah, I guess so. Roll the clip.
What am I? I'm Popeye, the sailor, and I am what I am, what I am, and I am what I am, and that's all that I am.
Okay, how about a quick recap?
All right, my bottom half here. Number 10, Alligator. Number 9, The Fog. Number 8, Cheech and Chong's next movie. Number 7, Superman 2. And number 6, the first Friday the 13th.
All right, my bottom half of the list. Blue Lagoon at number 10. The Gods Must Be Crazy at number 9. Superman 2 at number 8. Caddyshack at number 7. And Altered States at number 6. All right, Cinna, hit us with your top 5 again.
Number 5, Raging Bull. Number 4, The Shining. Number 3, Caddyshack. Number 2, Airplane, which was also number 4 at the box office. And the number 1 movie, best movie of the year, 100% undisagreeable, Empire Strikes Back.
My top 5 starts off with Airplane at number 5, The Shining at number 4, Empire Strikes Back at number 3,
a travesty,
and number 2, Raging Bull, which, by the way, Robert De Niro won the Best Actor Oscar. And my number 1 movie of 1980 was The Elephant Man.
Jeans with the fit. Jeans for your fashion. Moving on jeans. Style stretch for mine.
So that's our top 10 list of best movies for 1980.
Yeah, leave your own top 10 or favorite movie of 1980 in the comments down below. And if you give us a thumbs up, be gentle. It kind of hurts sometimes.
I've got a taste for pizza at Pizza Hut and pizza made with pie.
Movie buns, movie buns, move your buns with the movie buns. Movie buns, movie buns, let's talk movies with the movie buns. Movie buns, yeah.